Hey everyone, it's your girl Jackie O, aka Lil Pumpkin Pie 05, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a really cute, fun look that I was actually really excited to do. The pictures have been floating all around Instagram and like Facebook. I originally saw it because I follow Kelly Rowland's makeup artist, Chica Daily. So she actually posted this on her account and I was like, this is so cute. And then like within the hour, it was like all over Instagram. People were tagging me in it. They were like, Jackie, you have to recreate this. So of course, being that Kelly Rowland is my celebrity doppelganger, it is my civic duty. I'm only serving the public of what they ask of me. This is the look that I did. It's basically just like a really tight cut crease look, as us YouTubers like to call it. But basically that's just a fancy way of saying a harsh line, a harsh unblended line on the eyes, and the ambulance. And I live in the ghetto, y'all. It's just the most darling look I've ever seen Kelly Rowland do. So of course I had to recreate it, and I'm gonna have more pictures of the inspiration for the look and the final look on my blog. So thank you guys for watching, and mwah. Also guys, please be sure to keep coming back to my channel. I think that I'm going to get back onto my upload schedule, which is going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, tune in. Your girl, I'm going to have different looks. Hopefully start incorporating some more lookbook stuff since you guys really like the Poetic Justice collab I recently did. So we're just gonna be getting it popping. Yeah, so keep tuning in, and if you like this video, I am going to start asking, please thumbs up and share the video. It's good to just help this channel thrive, and I think I need to ask that more of you guys. Not only if you like it, I obviously want you to watch it, but if you like it, you know, thumbs up and share it and let all your peeps know that we putting chocolate on the map, girl. Enjoy the tutorial. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to moisturize your skin. Now because we're using cream-based foundations, we want to use something that's nice and thick and creamy and heavy. It's going to give those foundations something to stick to. So I'm going to use the Ombre Slate Cream Moisturizer. Next, I'm going to use my Sasha Medium Dark Foundation Palette. And because these are so creamy, what I'm going to do is start by actually applying, like taking my finger and just warming them up and really like breaking up the product a little bit. And then starting in the center of my face, I'm using my Japanese foundation brush. Then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender sponge, making sure that it is damp, and it is because I just cleaned it, and I'm going to blend all of this together. I'm going for a full coverage look, so I definitely layered it on. I find that when you're doing full coverage, it's better to build instead of just slapping it on. Like, you don't want to start from full coverage and then slowly wipe away the cake, you know, trying to tone it down. Always build up. Always, always, always build up. The cool thing about foundations is sometimes you may think you need more coverage. What I would do is I would go ahead and do your concealer first, and sometimes you'll kind of find that the concealer will help camouflage and mask that. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to conceal under the eyes now. But before I do that, I'm going to blot off some of that foundation, blot off some of the shine. I'm still using that same palette, but on the bottom left-hand corner is the lighter brown shade. I'm going to work with that one. This look is very, very glamorous, very full coverage. I'm also going to take just a teensy bit of that because we're also going to do a little bit more highlighting later. But I'm going to apply a little bit of that down the bridge of my nose and up into my forehead, just a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean really a little bit. Don't get carried away. Your foundation and your concealer should all blend into each other seamlessly, darling. Notice how ridiculous it looks now. It's okay. It's okay, because we are going to help balance that out with our powders later. I also took my Beauty Blender sponge and went over my eyelids with it. Just a little bit though. You don't have to add any more product. Very quickly, before that concealer sets in and we start getting creases and things, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and we're going to lock it right into place. Also remember, we're highlighting, so up and down the bridge of your nose. Kelly's chin is definitely got some highlighter, so I'm also going to add a little bit of that there. Now we're going to move right on into brows. I'm using my MAC brow crayon, and the color I'm using is Stud. It's a little bit darker than the usual one I use, which is Spiked. So yeah, I'm going for something a little bit more darker, more defined. I took my little brow brush and I brushed them right at the head of the brow just to kind of soften that a little bit, and I'm also brushing the brows upward. And then because Kelly's brows are sculpted in this look, you better believe our brows are going to be sculpted in this look. So take something that's just a little bit lighter than your skin tone, a concealer or a foundation. I'm using the foundation palette, and I'm just tracing, sculpting just along those brows because that's what I see in Kelly's look. And it's actually quite prominent too. And when I say prominent, I mean like it's very strong. It's very evident that it's there. I'm using my finger to kind of soften that out a little bit around the edges. As usual, we're gonna start off with an eyeshadow base. This one is from NYX and it's just pure white. A little bit of foundation in there too. Then I took my NYX Butt Naked eyeshadow palette. This is actually gonna be its tutorial debut today. I'm gonna be using these two colors. One of them is like a soft pink. It's got little hints of gold in it. And the other one is kind of like a muted lilac color. So that lighter pink color I applied on the inner corner of my eyes. And then that lavender lilac color went on my eyelids. And we are blending those two just so happily ever after. Now this next step you really can't get too carried away with. This is where our cut crease, you know, that very harsh line she's got in the look, that's where this all comes into play. I took my Inglot black gel liner and I took an angled eyeliner brush just to very softly draw a line following the contours of my eye shape. And the line is kind of disconnected on the outer corner, so you don't have to worry about like closing that line or anything. And I'm softening that line just by taking a clean blending brush and blending that out. Got that set in place. So now we need to put another eyeshadow on top of it. Okay, to bring her out a little bit more. I took my palette and there's a soft brown eyeshadow. I'm gonna be working with this color. I took that and a blending brush and I am blending that out on top of where we applied the black liner. I'm not even really blending, I'm just really swiping back and forth. And then I took a blending brush along my bottom, just where the two corners meet, the bottom lash line, the outer corner of the eye, and that line up there. And I'm connecting them together, as well as just very softly blending out around where we applied that dark brown. I'm using a blending brush, and along the outer corners of my bottom lash line, I'm blending just a bit of that out. Take a cream or a beige eyeliner. The one that I'm using is from MAC. It's the Chromographic Pencil, and the color is like NC20 or NC15. That is going to go in the waterline of your eye. And then remember that gel liner we were using from Inglot? Now we're gonna line the top lash line. So Kelly's lashes for this look really call for some serious lash envy, and y'all know I got some crazy off the chain lashes. I'm gonna add some individual lashes just sparingly along my bottom lash line. But before I did that, I used my Bobbi Brown Everything mascara, darling. It's everything. Now that our eyes are complete, it's time to finish the rest of the face. I took a small powder brush and just very gently cleaned and brushed off any of that finishing powder that we left underneath there. I'm using a large powder brush and I'm applying this powder pretty much all over the face. Remember, we want full coverage. So this powder on top of that foundation is definitely gonna give a little bit more coverage. I use my CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer and a flat powder brush, and I'm lightly bronzing all along the cheekbones and contours of my face. There's definitely kind of like a warm glow on Kelly's skin, so definitely add some bronzer. She's also got that contour a little bit down the sides of her nose, so I'm taking that flat powder brush and I'm just very softly adding a bit of that bronzer. While we're up in this area, I'm going to use my Giella I Am Glam, and I'm going to highlight along the bridge of my nose. I'm also applying this along the high points of my cheekbones. I've got a blush palette from Sasha that I actually have yet to use. I wanted to use this today and incorporate this into today's look. So I think for Kelly, I'm going to use Nutmeg. Those lips in this look are what's really good, okay? At least they got me excited. What I did was I started off by putting a bit of foundation on my lips. I used Chestnut Lip Liner from MAC to line my lips, blotted off some of that lip liner. I applied my Beauty For Real lip cream. The color that I use is Barely There. Using my finger to blend that into the lip liner. And then on top of that, darling, I applied Tibber lip gloss, and this is from Le Nars. Okay, it's not called Le Nars. It's called Nars, but you know what I'm saying. And then for a little added bonus, I'm gonna take my I Am Glam highlighter and sprinkle some of that down the center of my lip. That's it, girl.